always remember Salaam-E-Ishq, a multi-starrer film.
I was very nervous because the setup was huge. These big stars lined up. There is Salman and Priyanka and Alin, Juhi and John and Vidya and so many of them. And I was like, I'm scared, but I also want to be here. It was a very mixed feeling.
How was your relation with Nikhil?
Challenging, I would say, to work with Nikhil for me, definitely.
Why would you say challenging?
A little, not that nice human behavior. I can tell you one incident that happened. So there's this one scene where AK goes completely mustache free.
Yeah.
He shaves his mustache. And there's a club scene. And there is supposed to be a kiss between me and Anil in that film. I was not told about the kiss. Right till the end, that we were walking on the set to do the scene, I was not told. This wouldn't happen with a star kid, right?
Did you ask that, how is this not part of the script?
I don't think so. I was in the position to.
Good news जब आई तो
Yes.
बाद में पता चला कि अच्छा अंजना भी है.
अभी उसका किस्सा अलग है.
क्या किस्सा है उसका?
Good news was quite a story. So see, I understand that people who are helming the film are the biggest superstars of our country. It's undeniable. We had Kareena, Akshay, Kiara, Daljit. They are like iconic superstars, okay? I think what really hurts me is that I wasn't expecting them to rally me with with them everywhere, of course, because it's the story about two couples, fair enough. But to completely ignore one out of promotions, I don't understand that marketing strategy of people somehow. I don't get it. Yes, I went through depression. I went through therapy as well. Again, because of the pain that I saw so much, people going through. I couldn't fathom it. I couldn't figure what is the purpose of life. So I think there was a complete breakdown emotionally. And sorry. Yeah. Hi, this is Anjana Sukhani and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama. Keep watching.
She's got great on-screen presence, लेकिन इनसे शिकायत सिर्फ इसी बात की है कि इतना कम क्यों नजर आती है. On Bollywood Hungama, please welcome Anjana Sukhani.
That was a nice introduction.
How are you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
तो बताइए, ये शिकायत जो है दूर कीजिए. What is this on-off button of you acting?
I know, actually, it's weird. I think once an artist, always an artist. But I think either we get very greedy or very choosy.
Yeah.
And फिर ऐसा काम मज़ा नहीं आता है उसमें. तो इट्स बेटर है कि कम करो, कभी कभी दिखो, तो थोड़ी मिस्ट्री भी बनी रहती है. Though I think with social media now there is no mystery honestly left in the world anymore, but I still feel there's some kind of intrigue. I think my gap is a little too much. उसको थोड़ा कम करना पड़ेगा, but I'm happy where I am.
But when you started your career, ये social media का pressure नहीं था.
Thank God.
है ना? Were there good times? Like, were there times where you felt that, I mean, you don't have to constantly be relevant, on a platform, be there, promoting a brand, influencer का काम करना था, वगैरह वगैरह.
I think the pressure now is too much on the youth, and thank God that I came in a little less than 2 decades ago. But honestly, I feel, see, every time brings with some kind of pros and cons of that era.
Yeah.
And I feel this has the same. I was happy that I was in a time where there was no Instagram. Forget it was starting. There was no even remote clue कि ऐसा कुछ होने वाला है दुनिया में. But it happened for the best. So I feel it's nice to see best of both the worlds. But the pressure is a lot now.
But you also were in the time where headlines were the most important thing.
Yes.
So as an actor, would you also keep checking कि मेरे बारे में क्या लिखा है? कुछ तो नया.
I mean, definitely. Google to tha hi for sure. So that made a lot of difference, and that was nice because you know कि कोई रोज नहीं लिख रहा है आपके बारे में, और कोई people are not trolling.
Yeah.
Well, I've been blessed that I've not been trolled, at least as of now. But yeah, I mean, those were better times, I feel.
Anjana, academically you were very strong, is that true?
Yes.
So when you decided to shift career and actually get into the entertainment business, family का क्या reaction था?
Wow. So, yes, academically, I've been very inclined since childhood because we came from backgrounds where पढ़ाई सबसे
सब
ऊपर है.
कुछ.
आपको जो करना है उसके बाद acting तो बड़ी दूर की बात थी. And I always say that I'm an accidental actor. I never chose it. It chose me. And then it kept choosing me every now and then. But my parents, I think my dad was pretty cool. My brother was pretty cool. My mom was a little hesitant कि कोई हमारा है नहीं, how is it going to be? And this I'm saying 15, 17 years ago. So obviously the times were very different. इतना exposure नहीं था. But I think you are meant to be where you're meant to be. So.
तो मतलब आप agree करते हैं कि कोई होना in the industry is kind of a backing, help?
Yes, of course it helps. I mean, just to even understand the nuances of basic nitty-gritties of functioning of an industry, yes, you need guidance for sure. It's difficult otherwise.
But what a great start. आपका पहला commercial with Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. We remember the chocolate ad.
Yes.
And how was it for you? Like, you know, watching yourself with him.
I think what worked for me, honestly speaking, I feel is maybe because I'm a left-hander too. And I think in the audition probably that worked. Sujit Sarkar directed that ad and jab audition hua to it very organically came to me, you know, the hand, because I'm a lefty too. And I think probably that worked for him. And yeah, it was literally like a cakewalk. Of course, I went through a little bit of body language thing with Sunil Grover. And he taught me a little bit of body language, Mr. Bachchan's, how I have to walk and how the shoulder will fall down and, you know, whatever. So yeah, I mean, that was great.
But most of the times when people, you know, speak about Anjana Sukhani, we always remember Salaam-E-Ishq. Oh my God, a multi-starrer film. Can you take us through, you know, how was it for you to be on sets? जब पहली बार आपको approach किया गया था इस role के लिए, तो क्या चल रहा था दिमाग में? इतने सारे actors.
I think सबसे पहले तो I very like clearly remember the first time I went to meet Nikhil was John और विद्या का photo shoot चल रहा था, उनका look test चल रहा था शायद. When I walked in, I felt like this is where I belong. This is where I need to be. I was very nervous because the setup was huge. These big stars lined up. There is Salman and Priyanka and Alin, Juhi and John and Vidya and so many of them. And I was like, I'm scared, but I also want to be here. So it was a very mixed feeling thing, you know, because they are already established. They've already done good amount of work. They're already known. And suddenly this girl comes from nowhere. It was, wow, I think I'm literally like walking into that studio right now, seriously. No, but it was good, it was fun, it was, like I said, completely mixed bag of emotions.
Back in the day, जब ये film आई थी, मैंने कहीं आपका एक interview या तो सुना था या फिर पढ़ा था कि the scene where you have to dance in front of Anil Kapoor because it was a very important scene and you know Priyanka Chopra was there to support you.
Oh, she's a doll, honestly speaking. So PC has always been very, very supportive, especially during that shoot. So when I knew that I have to do a song, it's not an intimate song, but it is kind of intimacy in that song. And that also with Anil Kapoor. And I'm like, yaar, pehli baat, I'm not some trained dancer, you know. I have literally, this is like my first big platform. और आप मुझे अनिल कपूर के साथ मतलब you're matching me with him. He is brilliant. And I just happened to tell PC कि I'm bloody nervous because I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't even know if I have that zing or that fire or that namak in me. कभी किया ही नहीं कुछ. And she said, don't worry, you know, you'll be good and I'll see you tomorrow. So I knew she's not shooting tomorrow. So I said, you're coming tomorrow? She said, I'll come for you for some time. And I was like she had my heart, that girl. Like, she's just absolutely wonderful. So she came, she stayed, I think, for a few hours till we took off the song. Yeah. And then once I think I got a little comfy, she was like, you can do this, girl, now. Now I can go.
Wow, girl.
So, yeah,
power.
Oh my God, she's brilliant that way.
Well, did you also have chats with Anil Kapoor, you know, mentioning that how, you know, this is an important scene, you're also nervous?
No. I don't think so. I had the courage to. AK is somebody I've looked up to since we were kids. Like, we've seen films like Sahib, Wo Saat Din, Beta. I mean, his range is fearless performer. Matlab, he's just magic on screen. I think I was actually most nervous working with him, but also just being and sharing the same screen with him was very, very overwhelming for me.
This is an important film because not just the multi-star cast, Nikkhil Advani as a director, known for some really big films that he's done. How was it working with him? How was your relation with Nikkhil?
Wow. Tricky, I would say.
Tricky?
Yes, of course, he did audition me. Like, they put me through dance, they put me through, they auditioned me. Like, I think we did some 2-3 scenes. Then they did some training with Bosco in terms to see that if I have the rhythm in the body, because there are songs in the film. So I think I've had like a on and off relationship with him, honestly. It was, wow, now that again, like so many years ago, challenging, I would say, to work with Nikkhil for me, definitely.
Why would you say challenging?
I would say he was encouraging, but he was also very mean and harsh sometimes. I think it comes from the fact that he had delivered such a huge hit, Kal Ho Na Ho. So maybe his expectations from every artist was very high, because of course it was a big film for him. It was, I don't know, because they were already big names. I was the only one who, I won't say target, that's probably the wrong word, but a little not that nice human behavior sometimes, because you feel when you're coming from, and this happens to everyone, it's not just me, I guess. When you are a beginner, people do tend to evaluate you कि अच्छा कोई backing नहीं है, कोई पूछने वाला नहीं है पीछे, तो you can get away with treating sometimes a person not so nice.
Can you feel the difference between, star kids and yourself?
Oh, of course. I mean, I can tell you one incident that happened. So there's this one scene where AK goes completely mustache free.
Yeah.
He shaves his mustache, and there's a club scene, and there is supposed to be a kiss between me and Anil in that film. I was not told about the kiss right till the end, to that we were walking on the set to do the scene. I was not told. This wouldn't happen with a star kid, right?
They'll you ask sure that, how is this not part of the script?
I don't think so. I was in the position to. I don't think so. I had, I was nervous. I was overwhelmed. I didn't have anybody around me to even have a chat about it with anyone. I was just told that this is what you have to do. I understand as an actor that, yes, of course, if a script demands, you have to be open about, okay, if a scene is demanding that, okay, there will be a kiss, it's fair enough. I'm saying at least inform, at least mentally I need to be prepared in my head that, okay, at the end of the day, this is still some kind of intimacy.
Sure, yeah.
And I think that was I have carried for a very long time. I've actually not spoken about it anywhere, but I think that I've carried for a very long time, that this is not treating someone nice.
Absolutely.
This is taking for granted कि नहीं है तो कर ही लेंगी, मना नहीं करेंगी, या क्यों मना करेंगी?
Anjana, when you heard that अब एक किस scene होने वाला है, what was on the sets? What was your reaction?
I wanted to cry because I wasn't mentally prepared for it. I'm saying, even if I knew like maybe half an hour, 1 hour ago, कि listen, this is what we are setting up to do, so just be whatever, just be prepared. आपको पता ही नहीं हो, and it comes as a shock to you, then you're like, okay, I don't know how to handle this. I don't have any friend on set.
Yeah.
PC was not there. So, no, but yeah, I mean, so I feel that becomes a little unfair treatment in terms of somebody who's not coming from the background, or who doesn't have Nepo kid tag.
Have you ever confronted Nikkhil after the scene, or did you talk to him about it?
No. I think I also understand that he was so over-occupied. It's not easy to handle so many stars, 6 stories in one film.
Right.
No, I never thought of bringing it up. it didn't make sense. It doesn't even make sense now. It's just that we are talking, so I remembered, yeah, something like that had happened, which I won't say resentment, but I do carry that little maybe bitterness about it.
Think about it. If you would have said no to this, what would have been the situation then?
What if I was asked to leave the film? I'm just assuming.
Sure.
What if he would have told me this scene is important and, you know, if you don't do it, then leave. Then what do I do? And I understand there's a lot at stake. Again, I say as an actor that it's my job to make sure that I'm true to the character. I'm just saying that don't presume already that I would be okay with it. And even if I'll be okay with it, give me time to process it.
Yeah, of course.
And that was not given. And I feel that's unfair because they wouldn't do that with a star kid. You know, you could get away with me because I have no backing, but you probably will not be able to get away if you don't inform earlier that this is the lineup, this is how we're going to play this out.
Would you say that as an actor, this incident must have taught you a lot for your future projects on, you know, things you were absolutely sure to take care of now?
So yeah, actually, I signed Jashan, which was Bhatt Saab's film with Adyan Suman, and I categorically asked beforehand कि बता दो भाई कि यहाँ तो अगर मैं कर सकूँगी तो then I'll do it. If I feel I am uncomfortable, it's going to show on screen and I'm uncomfortable. I'm not going to be able to do it. So yeah, I mean then Bhatt Saab told me there will be थोड़ा intimate scene है और kissing है, scene है. So I said ठीक है. Now I know it. I'm mentally prepared for it. But this last minute, sometimes I feel, could it also be in Salaam-E-Ishq? Could it also be that it had to be a surprise element? Sometimes it happens, na? कि आप कोई scene कर रहे हो और किसी की लड़ाई हो रही है और किसी actor ने थप्पड़ मार दिया. Not because they want to, but because this scene, you need that surprise element to the opposite actor. It could have been that, I don't know. But I feel that these are the moments one needs to know.
Yeah, but this cannot be a surprise element for sure.
This can't be, yeah.
Even थप्पड़ मारना for that, you know, for that matter.
See, नहीं हमने बहुत सारी films में सुना है, देखा है, whether it was Smita Patil's film Earth or so many incidents कि जहाँ आप सामने वाले actor को बताते नहीं हो कि आप क्या करोगे. मतलब you and the director know it, but you know the opposite actor doesn't know, and then to get that right reaction, sometimes you do things, which is also fair.
Sure, yeah.
But I think I was maybe too naive, or I mean at 19-20 आपको क्या समझ होती है यार इतनी films की, आपको तो पता ही नहीं. For us, you know, when I entered, for me, everybody was same.
Yeah.
Actor होता है, director होता है, producer होता है. अब इसमें भी कोई hierarchy है ये तो पता ही नहीं था.
Groupism वाली feeling आ रही थी कभी? Because you know so many actors, and there were a list of multi-star films also that you did. So would you ever start feeling like अरे यार मुझे इस group का हिस्सा नहीं बनने मिल रहा है? Because maybe you know.
नहीं, honestly वैसा नहीं था. Also the fact कि the story between me, Anil and Juhi was our story.
Yeah.
You know, I was not interacting with John or Vidya's story or Akshay and Aisha's story and stuff like that. So no, never felt groupism that way.
By the way, did you speak to Priyanka Chopra about the kissing scene posted?
No.
ऐसा हुआ?
No.
Maybe she could have guided you, or you know what?
See, you know, I feel once the incident is done, it doesn't make sense now talking about it, right? If it was pre and I needed advice, I would have gone to her. But now that I've done it, it's over and done with. What's the point of digging it? It's an experience to learn.
Anjana, tell us, you know, since we were mentioning about multi-starrer films, you started off by doing lead, and then there were a lot of multi-starrer films that you did. How are you taking this as, you know, part of your career? Were you okay with this option, or were you like, nee, I want to wait?
See, I think multi-starrers did better maybe than the films where I played like lead. I assume so. Golmaal was a super hit. But I think maybe I was not, I don't know, honed my craft enough to be able to carry a film at that time on my own. But today I feel I'm in a position as an actor. I'm not talking about the business point of view, because thank God for OTDs for that matter, that you don't have to. But I feel now I can shoulder it. As an artist, I can shoulder it.
You know, since you brought this incident to light, I think today's actors should be so grateful that they also have intimacy coach nowadays. How does that, like, you know, make you feel? What do you have to say about it?
See, all the directors, touchwood, that I've worked with, whatever they have done in terms of films and whatever like intimate moments that we've shot, they've shot it very gracefully with dignity. वो concept अभी आया है, but in the director's head they know what they want, how aesthetically they want it, because it's their film, it's their baby. I am just one part of it, but for them it's in totality. So they don't want to obviously make it look cheap or vulgar or whatever. It's great that now to make it more aesthetic, to make it more believable, you have now these intimate coaches, which is a great idea, definitely. But I think I've been very comfortable. Like, I did a scene with Sharman in a film called Allah Ke Bande. You know, we had a scene and it was shot beautifully. So it didn't feel uncomfortable.
But before the coaches would be there, have there been instances where you felt uncomfortable with the co-star?
No, never actually.
Oh, nice.
I've been very blessed to work with the most amazing people, for sure. See, one or two incidents happen like that. I think those are probably just you know, experiences coming into your life for you to learn a lesson from it. But other than that, I never actually, honestly. But
what about times where we don't see you in film promotions?
Oh yeah, that's heartbreaking topic for me.
Like good news जब आई तो बाद में पता चला कि अच्छा अंजना भी है.
अभी उसका किस्सा अलग है.
क्या किस्सा है उसका?
Good news was quite a story. So see, I understand that people who are helming the film are the biggest superstars of our country. It's undeniable. We had Kareena, Akshay, Kiara, Daljit. They are like iconic superstars, okay? And I, yes, of course, was not the lead in it, but I think it's a very integral part to the film, because she's the one who's literally pushing her brother to like say, please do it this way. You know, it's weird, but we've changed with times. But I think what really hurts me is that we all go through highs and lows of life in every sphere, whether personal or professional. And maybe there was a time where I was a little out of work for a year or two, and then good news touch would happen for me. And I wasn't expecting them to rally me with me, you know, with them everywhere, of course, because it's the story about two couples, fair enough. But to completely ignore one out of promotions, I don't understand that marketing strategy of people somehow. I don't get it. If you've chosen an actor, every actor comes with a certain amount of credibility. Your credibility could be 100 on 100, mine could be 20 on 100. No problem with that. But use it. Akshay Kumar doesn't need publicity. He's Akshay Kumar. But I need it. I'm not Kareena Kapoor. So I need it. I need a little more push than somebody else. So, yeah, I mean, I was genuinely very hurt that why are they not including me in the publicity part of it? Maybe not with them, but at least something, somewhere. Then we have to hire our personal PRs, what to do. So, yeah, I mean, I told Akshay about it because I was really hurt not being included at all anywhere. So I told him about it, that please do help me out with this. You know, your little push can help me so far.
Sure, yeah, of course.
You know, and nobody loses here. I mean, अगर मैंने extra 5 interview कर लिए तो कोई picture कम नहीं हो जाएगी, ना किसी और का stardom कम हो जाएगा. It might just only help sell extra 20 tickets. I don't know. I'm just saying. And yeah, so I spoke to him, and he was honestly very kind enough to then arrange a press meet for me at Dharma office.
Okay.
And then do some interviews. You know, so we did Bombay Times, we did like decent amount of interviews I did then at that time.
But there wasn't an adverse effect of, you know, you speaking to Akshay separately about it.
I didn't have a choice. Because once the boat is sailed, एक बार picture आ गई बाहर, hit हो गई, फिर क्या? फिर तो it's in their hands only. So जब वो कहते हैं ना, जब तक मुट्ठी बंद है, तब तक you can play the game. Once it's open, who knows what? So no, touch wood, no, there were no adverse effects. I mean, I did the press meet at Dharma itself.
Yeah.
And I meet Karan even now. I just met him like a couple of weeks ago at a wedding. And no, we were very nice and cordial, and there's nothing to, feel bad. I mean, I'm only doing some interviews.
Is there an actor or a director in your career span that you never want to work again with?
Ouch.
बहुत अच्छी हंसी निकली है. You know the answer already. You're like, कैसे बोलूं मैं ये अब?
I have come to a point where I'm unabashed. But again, I also say never.
Yeah.
But and actually you have to let bygones be bygones, because you will not move on in life if you'll just hold on to something and say,
understand your...
I will never work with you again.
Yeah, it is a good cover-up to get to the point.
No, actually, no.
You can't do this. you gave us like, we were almost reaching, but...
I was just right there.
Yeah.
No, but again, see, maybe if I was 20 and that would have happened, I would have said, yeah, I would not want to work with Nikkhil again.
Okay.
But I am now in my 30s, mid-30s, and I feel that I'm now mature enough to understand. And I am also, like I said, you have to move on in life. Because if you live with the baggage behind, you're not going to get anywhere. Because किसी ना किसी का baggage लेके आप चलते ही रहोगे. So you have to let go, and that's all right.
I want to ask you this question, and this is something that we've never asked any actor. जब एक इंटीमेट सीन होता है तो एज अ एक्टर who's a woman, आपकी क्या तैयारी होती है?
कोई तैयारी नहीं होती. You just have to mentally prepare. एक चीज जो even when that kissing scene with Anil Kapoor was there, I only told myself one thing. If I don't get it right the first time, I would have to keep doing it. So if you're doing this, just give it your all and just do it. And instead of feeling like, oh my God, shit, I didn't do it right, oh God, फिर से करना पड़ेगा, that feeling just intensifies more and you get more nervous. So I think it's better कि अगर आपको पता है, if you're doing a scene like that, then just be in that moment there and finish it off.
But what are the roles that you said an absolute no to? And did it kind of, did you regret about it?
Oh no, I don't think so. I've regretted anything. Rather, I've missed chances, and that I feel bad about. But again, it's your destiny. I mean, nobody can take away what's yours.
Do you want to tell us about the roles that you've missed?
So many. I mean, Garam Masala was one of it. I don't know how I missed it. I have no idea what happened. But after everything, I just suddenly lost the film. So I'm saying this was just one of the examples. I'm sure there were a few which came and went by. And sometimes you audition and you feel, oh my God, I couldn't have done it better. And then you see somebody else getting the job and messing it up and you're like, जाने दो, क्या करो?
आज बोल ही दो.
ऐसी बथेरी कहानियाँ बहुत हैं सबके सामने.
Which film are you talking about?
No, and that's silly to go back to that one now.
There was a time in your career where you took a break. Why was that needed? And what was going on through your mind, Anjana? Because as an actor, मन हमेशा फड़फड़ाता रहता है. And also this need of, constantly being there. Absolutely. In front of everyone's eyes. How did you as an actor take it, and why did you take the break?
So, of course, the break was not intentional.
Yeah.
I think from 2012 to 2014, 15. I mean, it was not really a break. I still did some things in between. But I mean, mentally it was a big break because my Masi went through cancer. She was completely alone. She was not married. So she needed care.
Okay.
And I think I had to stand up to that. That was more important than, let her go smoothly. But those 2.5, 3 years were pretty tough emotionally. And then, when you see so much of pain around, like if you go to Tata Hospital, it's an eye-opener for life.
Yeah.
And you feel that, oh my God. I mean, you are so blessed, but that was a difficult time. To see so much pain, even little kids, 2-2-year-olds, it was not easy. So I think there was a complete breakdown emotionally. And sorry. And then, yeah.
Can you give some water?
No, I'm good. It's been a while now.
I'm really sorry to hear this.
Nah.
But as an actor, were there times where you were struggling to, get back and...
Yes, it's challenging even now. I won't deny that. It is. But I guess that's, again, also part of growing up. It's also understanding now what matters more. What kind of art matters more. I mean, I'm obviously up for doing a no entry also, but at the same time, I have to balance it. I think what pain does, which it's a beautiful, beautiful experience of life. Pain is your biggest teacher.
True.
It makes you a better artist. If you've not gone through pain, I don't know where will you find the depth. So to find that depth within you, I think going through. I only went through emotionally. She went through, my Masi, whatever she went through. But the point is, I think it made me a better artist. Like when people see Saas Bahu or Achar and they say, don't believe it, that I could pull something off like that. And then I think that only comes from your journey. There's no other way.
It's a very important project for you, right? Because people have known you now.
Bada Naam Karenge is... I feel it need not be, you might not be the face of the show, and it's fine. But if you're a catalyst in it, because of which things have conspired, then I think that's a nice part to play.
Definitely.
And I think my director Palash, I think he plays with silences so much. That's the beauty of him. I'm sure everybody's seen Good Luck. So, the way he plays with silences, I've never met a director do that.
Was it challenging for you to get back on sets, because there is a personal thing going on, and for you to just come back now and play a different role? How was it for you?
I think, you overnight mature up when you do, when you go through a certain emotional phase of life. So, that matured me up as an actor. Definitely. I feel like what I was pre-2016, 17 and post are very two different actors. Like more depth now. That's why I said that I feel I can now carry a film on my shoulder as an artist easily than I ever could have before. Pehle to aisa, it's like, it was like a roller coaster joy ride going on.
Yeah.
Now it's much more.
As actors, you guys also go through a lot of mental stress. And since depression is a word that has now been completely out there, people speak about it freely and more confidently.
True.
Was there a time for you to also deal with something like
this? Yes, I went through depression. I went through therapy as well. Again, because of the pain that I saw so much, people going through. I couldn't fathom it. I couldn't figure what is the purpose of life. I couldn't, it's like so many, it's like, it may sound philosophical, but it's like you question everything. Because the ultimate, I always say that the day you're born is, your ticket to go is ready.
Yeah.
Whoever he picks is his call. But the fact remains that, what are we here for? Why are these little children going through pain? Why are people going through so much of pain? What have they done? So you question so much.
Yeah.
And then you come to realize, whatever time I have, whether it is 20 years or 80 years, we don't know that. Yeah. But let's just make the most of it. Yeah. Let's just be happy. Let's just not hold grudges. Let's not work with people who maybe you don't like.
Speaking about happiness, spreading love, joy, there's a production house that has for years together, सालों से करते आ रहा है वो राजश्री Productions.
ओहो.
कैसा रहा आपके लिए उनके साथ काम करना?
Oh my God, I think ऐसा नहीं है कि और सेट्स पे डिसरिस्पेक्ट होती है. ऐसा है कि राजश्री के सेट पे एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी रिस्पेक्ट मिलती है. एंड ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ सूरज जी ही ऐसे हैं. उनका सारा ऑफिस ऐसा है.
So nice.
चाहे आप प्रोडक्शन ले लो, चाहे एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रोड्यूसर ले लो, चाहे सारी टीम ले लो. I mean, I went to meet him at the office a couple of months ago, and there are people working for 40 years there. 40 years in one company says a lot about them as people. So humble. Like we were doing some set of interviews a few weeks ago, and I said, "Sir, I need a picture with you because I missed meeting him on this set." And he was standing like that, and I felt like he's the fan and I'm the star, which is actually vice versa. But the humility, the politeness, oh my God, something to learn from them. I'm saying whoever you are, stardom wise, आप शाहरुख खान हो या आप विनीत कुमार हो या आप कुछ कोई भी हो, but when they treat you with love and care, no, that's what defines a human being. Stardom will come and go, but people will remember how so there's somebody, I don't remember who said that, but they will not remember how you spoke to them. They'll remember how you treated them, whether you were a somebody or a nobody. And I think that is so important as humans.
Said that once.
That you have to treat. She is sunshine. Oh my God, that woman. Oh my God.
Tell us a little more about Bada Naam as a project.
Wow. Again, a great emotional ride for me. It's Rajshri, so it has to be family. They have beautifully enveloped it with a beautiful love story between two youngsters. Such talented kids, really. What an ensemble cast. Again, I'm saying कि ऐसे मुझे लगता है they just like picked everyone कि that सबका nature कहीं ना कहीं similar ही हो. मैंने पूरे set पे एक आवाज़ नहीं सुनी ऊंची. एक ऊंची आवाज़ नहीं सुनी. मतलब कमाल ही है यार. ना lightman, ना spot boy, ना director, ना actors, ना camera, nobody. I'm like ये कौन से heaven में हैं हम लोग. But it was so nice. It was just an absolute pleasure to be working with Rajshri Films.
But that's the beauty, right? The energy that the people around you.
It's pure.
Yeah,
it's pure. Sattvic khana, no non-veg, no alcohol. And so it keeps you sane, which is good.
So now, Anjana, tell us that if you could go back to 2000 and when you start 2007 and speak to your younger self, what is an advice that you would give?
To have a good representation, because that matters a lot. That who represents you matters a hell lot. Also, I think to be a little more accessible. Somehow I feel like I meet some directors right now and they tell me that, they wanted to cast me in films, but I was not available. I'm like, I was not available. I was very much here. Where did I go? Said, nahi, par aapka number nahi milta tha, ya. That's what I'm saying. I lost so many films that I feel ki it was, again, journey, but yeah, I mean, it hurts you when you lose good work,
Yeah.
So, I mean, accessibility maybe, or a little more approachable I should have been. I don't know, do I come across as snooty? I have no idea. But, I think the right representation. And I think, even though, yes, I was prepared to be an actor when eventually it happened, but I think one thing that I would more concentrate on is PR. That is so important.
Yeah.
Because you can have a great product, but if it's not distributed well, what's the point? Nobody knows about it.
They say age is just a number, but for female actors in the industry, it kind of becomes really difficult to fight it.
No, not really. Not
Are you
anymore.
happy with the kind of roles you're getting now?
I won't say I'm happy. I'll say I'm greedy. I'm looking for a lot more, and I think I am at a place where I want to tell a lot of stories as well. The stories that I want to say.
What if you get to play mothers to actors who have been co-stars? Would you say yes?
So, no. So actually, I did have a conversation about this with one of the casting person, and they said, you don't fit वो bracket में भी नहीं कि आपको किसी की माँ बना दें, और वो bracket आप 20s में भी नहीं हो और आप ऐसे मम्मा के रोल्स में भी नहीं हो तो दिस इज वेरी डाइसी प्लेस. सो आई डोंट थिंक सो. अभी फिलहाल तो टचवुड ऐसा नहीं हुआ है कि किसी की मॉम बना दिया है को एक्टर की. फिलहाल तो नहीं हुआ है. लेट्स होप. Hi, this is Anjana Sukhani and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama. Keep watching.